So now I want to kind of get on the flip side of that because I've noticed you touched on physical fitness being important, okay, which is I respect. I think that's important as well. On the other side of that, okay, now we talk about black women. A lot of brothers talk about black women being overweight and not being as fit, but I've also noticed, shout out to Wiz Khalifa, that a lot of these brothers are just too damn small. They just, a lot of these brothers, they not even.
Good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. All right. See, this is why brothers should really slow down before they open their mouth. All right. I'm going to say this real quick. A lot of brothers who talk about women like, you know, like y'all menu, right? A menu at McDonald's, Del Taco, or some restaurant or whatever. A lot of brothers just talk about y'all like a menu. And it's like, hold on, bro. You check yourself out first, bro. Because you ain't looking too tall, you know, strong, you healthy. You look a little weird. I've seen a lot of dudes talking about, man, see, because women need to do this and women need to do, and I'll be looking at these cats like, bruh, you don't do half the stuff that you saying she should do. You don't look half as healthy as you saying she should look. You don't look attractive enough to attract the woman who you are saying should be as attractive or this blah blah that you want to have. Nah, we be balanced with this. Brothers got to start working out. Brothers have to eat healthy. Brothers have to take care of their skin. Work on your hygiene, bro. Because even if you look handsome, your breath may not be up to par.
Right.
I've seen it. Like, we got to be kind of humble here and stop just talking so much and really do some self-reflecting first and humble ourselves and back up. And even if you got all the money, even if you got a nice body, you got your 6 or 8 pack, your chest pecs is good, muscles look real good. Are you emotionally mature? Are you effeminate? And the moment she says no, or disagrees with you on anything, you fly off the handle real quick. Are you even able to maintain and handle the attitude of a woman? Maybe she misunderstands something. Can you take plenty? Is she going off because she misunderstands something? Are you able to listen to her, understand what she's saying, then clear it up for her so that she knows that's not what you meant? So then she will come down and say, okay, you know, my baby, my bad. Okay, sorry about that. Are you able to handle? If you can handle all that, then you just talking about the physical stuff. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's a lot of dudes talking. It's like, get your body right, get your mind right, get your spirit right, get your finances right. Okay, get all that right before you just start going out here saying women should this. I mean, like you said, Wiz Khalifa. I was like, bruh, a lot of these dudes out here, they just be some slim, non-masculine looking, I'll say, a large amount of times. Like, they don't look masculine. You don't look like a threat. If the police pull us over, the police already know. We got this nigga. Because you don't look scary. You don't look intimidating. Sometimes intimidation is a good thing, but intimidation in the eyes of those who have the intent to harm, that's a good thing. A black woman needs to be protected, and she can't feel protected, one, if she's bigger than the man she's with. 9 times out of 10, I'm just saying this. I just gotta say this real quick. It's 9 times out of 10. If you, the sisters, like when I met you, read your energy right off the bat. You ain't gotta say nothing, right? It's because it's natural. It's natural. Now, if I were shorter than you would have went in on me right there. With love, you would have gave me a hug and all that. You'd like, okay, bro, you look taller on IG. You would have did all that, right? For real, I just already know. But naturally, before we say anything, is what we see. So again, just because a lot of these, you know, people talk about, oh, I need this. Yeah, a lot of brothers are not that big. They're not tall. A lot of women love the tall man because it's protection. It's survival potential. How likely is he to be able to protect me in an emergency? This is what your nature is saying when you get over me. It's just natural. Like, can I rely on this dude? That's when you start trying to punk us real quick, just to test us. Right. Because even if we tall, you got some tall, soft Negroes, just big for nothing. Some John Coffey, Green Mile. Like, why are you so? What you scared of? Just like, you want to jump at me, just nervous. Like, why you 6'9", 250, bro? You big for 6 plates, and you scared of him? You see what I'm saying? Like, so again, not always the size, but it's also the confidence. Because a lot of small brothers have enough confidence to make a woman say, you know what, I can work with him. Because he's a strong man. Like, he's strong. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, brothers, just check yourself before you get out here talking about the women should this and that. Make sure you got yourself together, bro.
Yeah. And you kind of touched on that right there too. A lot of sisters, we talk about this is something else that's kind of been trending in the conscious community, is submissiveness with Black women, the lack thereof, should I say, wanting to be submissive. Do you think that's a big part of it, is that we're lacking respect because that not only the physical presence is not there, but also even just like you said, emotionally, they're not as masculine. Do you think it is like how do you, because women try to justify us, like you just said that. We try to justify, oh, well, I'm going to test you if you're a weak man. I'm going to see if you're weak. You know, I'm going to see if you're weak. You know, but do you think that is justification to come at men just because that's the ideal, they're not matching our idea of masculinity?
No, it is a response because of a pattern of dealing with too many Negroes, far too many Negroes whom the woman has trusted, did submit to, and she was wrong for having submitted to this Negro because she didn't have nothing worthy to submit to, and she thought she did. We didn't give you nothing worthy to submit to. You submitted to a Negro and you expected a God. You submitted to a nigga. And you expected a righteous gangster. You thought he was really a righteous gangster for real, a spiritual giant, and he is straight up broken Negro. That's what you expected. So you get enough of those failed attempts, it starts to lessen the likelihood that masculine men who even have that worth are even in existence. It makes you doubt that we even exist out here. Now you be like, man, niggas in Boston ain't nothing. Niggas in Pittsburgh ain't nothing. Compton, you know about them. You see, that's when you start generalizing Black men by territory and state and city. It's like, you ain't met all of us in none of these areas. Like, wait a minute. But because of your experiences, you don't know what else to rely on. That's all you have. You don't know what else to. You weren't raised by masculine men, or if you were raised by a masculine man, you haven't met another man who can meet that. Like, I'm used to this. My daddy is this. My uncle is this. Like, what are you? And he's saying, you need to submit to me. And you're like, see, the first problem is you told me I had to submit to you, which should let you know your presence is not making me naturally want to. We got to work on that as Black men. Brother Rizza Islam walks into a room. I guarantee you, I don't have to say anything. That's not cockiness. That's not conceit. That is me understanding and surveying the room based off of my having to work on being disciplined. We got to work on being more disciplined as men.
Right.
So walk into a room, the woman going to see you.
Oh, yeah.
And
I see the energy.
in her, it's going to be like, you know, you start getting a little more soft. Your bass, you ain't got no bass in your voice no more for that moment. You normally be barking at dudes because you be like, man, y'all a bunch of punk Negro, because you're used to dealing with punk, you know, broken men, products of the system, white supremacy. But when you get around a Black man, a masculine Black man, he don't have to say it. You feel it. It's nature. It's like a lion walking in the jungle. Ain't no animal gonna say nothing. They're like, oh, there you go. There you go. That's it. Simple as that. Brothers will stand up straight, making, you know, checking their shirt. Sisters will lean up, either sit up or, oh my God, because there is a natural magnetic energy there that has manifested itself in physical form. And you like, that's what I need right there. I will submit to that. That is, we as men have to make ourselves into by connecting to the God side of ourselves. It's plain and simple. It's not just about the physical. It's not just about the mental. It's not just about the financial. It's about the spiritual too. You got to be spiritually mature, brothers, because women don't submit to Negroes, or you'll submit to Negroes because they may come wearing the suit of a god. And then they end up taking that suit off, and you're like, that's what you had on under there? Like, Yeah, I thought, you knew what it was. It's like, I did not think you were like this. I thought you were like that. What I saw, like that, you tricked me. Then, you feel tricked. And it's like, there's layers to this, man. Sometimes the brothers really mean. They want to be that. They want to be that masculine god of a man. They really want to, but they don't know how. They weren't taught it. They were ripped from their father. Their uncle was taken to jail. They was raised in foster care. Like, we have layers of things that have broken us down, but the ideal level is for us to be as close to the original man as possible. Our ancestors used to chase animals, like a lot of our tribal brothers in Africa do right now. Lions run from us. Think about that. They bow to us. That's different, because men constantly want to use the lion as the epitome of the symbolizing masculinity. Well, lions ain't got nothing on a god. You walk in the lions backing down from us. So what does that tell you? Be that. And that way a woman, she ain't gonna have no chance. I don't know what y'all brothers doing. You need to be following him, because that right there, that's what I need. That's what it tells her. It tells the children. It tells the whole community that there is survival potential with that right there. I can submit to that, because I know I'm going to be taken care of. I'm not going to be made a damn fool for doing so. He's going to respect me. And let me say this real quick about the word submission, sisters. Submitting does not mean you're below.
Right.
Submitting means you are turning over by choice the guidance and your livelihood to someone else by choice, because they have been deemed worthy. So submission is only by your choice. It doesn't make you below someone. It means you have allowed them to guide you. That's a big difference that we have to understand. Submission is not a bad thing. Submission is a beautiful thing. A lot of y'all be submitting to these IG models when you start to take on their preferences and their ideals. A lot of y'all submit to these ways of thinking. A lot of you want to get surgery because you submitted to the understanding that maybe if I got bigger breasts, bigger booty, that I may get that type of man. Now realizing that if you would submit to God or submit to your divine femininity, you're going to attract the exact man that you need. Because he sees you submitting to the God in yourself is going to attract the God that is in himself. If both of y'all connected to the God of yourselves, you're going to attract each other. That's how it is. That's divine mathematics.
We do not play by our green. You fuck with the team. Might find your West in the creek. We crossing our T's. We don't never miss a beat.